What's up guys, nothingwire.com, and we finally got hold of the Nokia Asha 501. It's an advanced feature phone or an entry-level feature smartphone if you will from Nokia, costing about US $99 or about 5,000 odd K Indian rupees. This guy is available in India and some other markets including Europe, but it won't be available in the US anytime soon. In this video we're gonna take you through an in-depth review of the hardware, user interface and performance of the Nokia Asha 501. So let's get started. The Nokia Asha 501 is a very tiny device by tiny women handy. See, it's a very fat boxy device, all plastic. Yeah, so it has very vibrant removable plastic back covers. This one is red. You also get a number of other colors like white, black, blue, yellow and green. So you can change these covers. You can buy those optional covers only, and then you can carry this phone to go with your mood or your dress, however way you want it to be. So the front side has the 3-inch capacitive screen. It has a rather low resolution of 240 by 320 pixels, which translates to about only 133 ppi of color density. I'm gonna show you, it pixelates a lot actually. On top of the screen you have your earpiece. There is no front camera, mind you. Then you have a back button here which will take you one step back in the UI. Nothing here, nothing here. On the right side you have the power or the sleep button. Then you have the volume rocker. On top you have the 3.5mm jack, the micro USB port, and then for you old school ones, a 2-pin Nokia charger. Behind you have the 3.15MP camera without an LED flash, so you'll have to take care while you're clicking picture with this under low light. And then you have a switch to open the back flap. You just press this and then pull it. It's a bit of a struggle to open the back flap, which is why it adds to the ruggedness of the device, because the back flap almost engulfs the whole housing here. That gives that device rather rather and durable feature. Then under the hood you have the 1200 mAh battery here. It's a dual SIM phone. SIM 1 goes here. Both SIMs are micro SIM. SIM 1 goes here. So to remove these you'll have to remove the battery, of course. SIM 2 goes here, and then you have a micro SD card slot. In some market you get a 4GB micro SD card free with this. So all in all, although it's pretty tiny and boxy, but then it fits nicely into your hand. And as with the case of all Nokia feature phones, budget phones, this guy is also very sturdy, and I'm sure it will survive a lot of unintentional drops. Now let's boot this device up to show you the display and the user interface. So you can see the Nokia word, and you will see it has many jagged ends. Once it focuses, there can you see all the jagged ends? That's because of the low resolution screen. Now let's talk about some specification while it's booting up. We don't know what processor it runs, but it has only 64 MB of RAM and 128 MB of internal storage. Now don't go by the number, because the Asha 501 runs on the brand new Asha 1.0 platform. Now that platform is based on S40 Symbian platform, and it does not need much memory or CPU power to run. You'll get a basic UI. There you see all the colors are very basic, so you get a very basic UI with minimum CPU or memory footprint. So that's this is what you call Nokia glance. So this kind of a sleep screen where you can see the clock there. Now you double tap to wake it up to go to the screensaver. This is your kind of a lock screen or screensaver. You can see swipe to the right or swipe to the left to go to the app drawer. So this is the main app drawer. Lots of apps there. You can see lots of games, tools, music apps, social media apps, and then your productivity apps, weather and other stuffs. Again, swipe to the right or left to go to what Nokia calls fast lane. Now fast lanes is kind of an activity log. It lists down your calendar events, the apps that you opened up last time, or the activity that you did. For example, see, I dialed the number, I opened the app, Facebook app, Twitter app, I messaged someone, and then I dialed this number and all kind of thing. Now for example, if you're doing, let's say, Facebook, and then you suddenly want to go to Twitter and you don't want to fish that inside, if you have many apps, you can straight away go here, and somewhere in your recent fast lane it will be there. So you can straight away switch it from here. It will take you to that particular app. We would have liked the fast lane to also aggregate the feeds, but it does not do that at the moment. So that's the fast lane. There you can see it's pretty smooth, as long as you're not multitasking, or as long as you're not putting too much pressure on the system. But then if you're starting up some heavy applications like some game or something, the system lags a bit. This is your notification. There you see suddenly a lag, so it did not come down at the speed of my finger. Go on. There you see, those are the function toggle buttons. Then you have the Wi-Fi. Now in most UI elements you will find the notification pane, but then in some application you'll also find a menu coming from down to up. There you can see, that's the menu for the browser. So in apps where it's applicable, you will find a menu to drag up. Yeah, so let's quickly go ahead and check some of the apps now. That's the dialer, big dialer. Then you have the messaging there. Yeah, you can simply click plus. Very convenient, very simple, and gets the job done. Then the 3MP camera, 3.15 MP rather. So for a $99 phone, the lag is pretty acceptable actually. That's the WVGA video recording feature. Yeah, there it's recording. Of course we would not recommend you use this as your primary camera, but then wherever let's say you do not have any other options, yeah, this guy can go well and can get the picture actually. So that's the gallery. You can see all are arranged in stacks, all pictures. Those are the albums. Yeah, so you can go to a picture, let's say, and then you can edit, you can add various effects to it, or you also have a menu there. Yeah, you can share, and you can also edit or delete the app. Then the music, songs, artists, albums, and playlist. Yeah, so songs, it has a lot of songs there, those. Then you have the calendar app. There, see, that's how you create an event. All very basic UI and not complex. Now let's come to the browser, and it's a very basic browser. Nokia promises about 90% of data saving while using this browser, because apparently this guy uses very little data but shows you almost a desktop grade pages. So to check that, we did a search on National Geographic, and Bing is the by default search engine is this in this browser. So we'll go to National Geographic, and there you can see it shows you the full page, of course, but then you hardly can see anything. So you can just single tap and it will zoom in according to what it thinks the best. Then I can just do like this once and then pinch in once, but there is no progressive zooming in or zooming out, mind you. Also, the browser does not support flash playback. There you can see. So that's about the browser. Let's just quickly show you the keyboard now. It's very tiny. I often mistype here, but then some of you might just be able to do this. However, the landscape is much better. I can type now quite easily. There you can see. Yeah. So to kill an app, simply swipe towards the right or left and you'll kill the app. Now here I'm gonna show you where to use the back button and where to use swipe. Now if you want to just go back one step, there you see it came back to the search result, or one step came into the home screen, then came into the home page of the browser, then you can use the back button. But if you want to kill and come back to the home, then just swipe and the browser is gone now. Yeah, so I'm not gonna go through all of those. Let's go to settings. You have the Wi-Fi, dual SIM mode. You see this guy does not support 3G. That's a big you say con of the Asha 501. It only supports 2G, or else you'll have to use Wi-Fi. Yeah, those are the settings. Then you have the Nokia apps, games, Nokia World, Nokia Mail out there, videos, and almost all the tools that you would need in everyday life. They have it here. They even threw in some of the popular games like Asphalt. Yeah, you can also go to Nokia app and download some popular games for free for a limited time. For about 60 days you get some EA games free. You also get some free data from Airtel for about 3 months when you purchase this in India. Now let's check out what important apps it has. A lot of people asked me whether it has WhatsApp or WeChat or Line, so you're gonna just see that. Let's go to this thing, so you can see they're trending. So you have Asphalt, you have eBuddy, mobile messengers, then some other stuff. Let's go to application, and you'll see you have the PDF viewer, YouTube, and then let's straight away go to social network and see. I think you have Line or WeChat. You have there, see, you have Line, WeChat, but not WhatsApp. You have LinkedIn as well, Yahoo Mail, some other stuff. So there is no WhatsApp in Nokia Asha 501, but you have of course Line and WeChat. Then in utilities, let's see if you have some of the important things. You have Opera, of course, One Password Manager, you have Dictionary, a PDF viewer, you have Truecaller, another important and popular app, you have a battery manager, and fairly a file hider. Yeah, so a lot of popular apps are there, although you cannot compare it to platforms like Android or iOS. Yeah, so that's about it. That's about the user interface of the Nokia Asha 501. It's not exactly feather touch, but at $99 you can ask for more. The performance of the Asha 501 is just about okay. But you'll also have to take into consideration the $99 price point. Looking at that price point, it performs pretty good actually. There is steady lag throughout the UI. However, it won't prevent you from doing anything. It'll just slow you down just a bit, but you'll eventually get used to it. At this price point, This capacitive screen cannot be feather touch, and this also one of those low-end capacitive screens. The call quality is excellent, reception is very good. Although it could not connect on a second level basement or while I was inside the elevator, but then in most of the places, even though it wasn't open, the reception was just about fine. The music via speaker is loud, but then it's devoid of bass. I'm gonna show you just one. Do you see? There you saw, it's loud, but it's not very deep, or the bass and treble are not very finely tuned. It can play the sample video pretty nice. There's no fuzziness as far as this video is concerned. However, it failed to play our Full HD and 720p MP4 videos. So again, the codec support is also a concern. The 3.15 MP back camera is fixed focus, so you'll have to take care of how far you're standing from your subject. It also does not give that many details, and it's just about okay when you do not have any other option. Do not use it under low light, but if you have no other option, still I don't know if it's any worth taking picture with this. However, under enough light, this will click pretty okay picture. The video recorder only records at WVGA. Again, the videos are devoid of details due to the fixed focus nature, but then they just about capture what you want to show, or probably you can just identify the people out there, you can just identify signboards out there, but do not expect any high quality video recording from the Asha 501. Let's check out the gameplay. So some of the games come preloaded, so we'll just go ahead and we'll check out Asphalt 6. There's a pretty basic graphic devoid of any details. There's a very basic graphics, and this is a Java based platform, so most of the games would be, you know, Java games and not your high-end games. So not much to brag about really, and all the games are pretty much like this. There is real football. See, the screen pixelates big time. However, as you can see, the response are pretty good. basic, although it responds pretty well. Yeah, so let's go back. Yeah, so those are some of those basic games that came with this. You can find other games from here, or you can buy those. You also get about 40 EA games for free for a limited time. To sign in, you can get a Medal of Honor and some other cool games for pretty cheap actually. You see Medal of Honor for 15 bucks. You probably won't get Medal of Honor for 15 bucks anywhere else, and that's also, you do not expect a Medal of Honor kind of Medal of Honor. This should be a very basic Java game. Yeah, so that's about it. The gameplay, all in all, the games are optimized for this platform, of course, and if you're not looking for details and other things, you're just looking for time pass, you know, while you're traveling, while you're on the bus, while you're on the metro, then just to pass time, probably these games are pretty good actually. Now then, should you get this device? Well, at $99 you could do much worse. Nokia has produced a pretty decent device at $99 or about 5,000 Indian rupees. Its touch is nice overall, everything is optimized according to the platform, so you do not feel that much lag, or even though there is very less memory or internal space, but then it's a pretty good bargain for that amount of money. Now the thing is that a lot of local Indian manufacturer have some decent Android handset around this price point. Now does this compare to those? Well, even on those you will feel that steady lag. Even on those you will see a low resolution screen and other stuff. However, being Android, you have a much larger footprint in terms of apps, in terms of compatibility with other tools or other accessories, peripherals, and S40 Symbian anyway is a dying platform. However, for the Nokia fans and for those who actually love a nice cute little phone that's very vibrant, very playful, and see, after all, from no angle this guy looks cheap. It looks very playful. It looks like a perfect second mobile body to your probably a higher end premium mobile phone. Now it totally depends on you whether you go for Android or whether you want to come to Symbian. If you probably have your primary phone as Android, then you're better off having an Android as a second body. But if you do not have that problem, then the Asha 501 is a pretty good choice. And I'll tell you what, this is actually much smoother and better performer than some of those similarly priced Android devices, mainly because they have Android, they have the apps that come with Android, but then Android and that kind of an ecosystem at times are not that optimized for the low level of hardware that these devices carry. Whereas this particular platform, the Asha 1 platform that's based on S40, is perfectly integrated with the hardware because both are manufactured by Nokia. So you will feel, you're much less likely to feel any lag or experience hang on this phone, or at the end feel unhappy with the phone. So if that's the case, and if you're not bound by an iOS or an Android or an Windows platform, then it's pretty good. And you always have the Nokia feature phone guarantee that you can drop it as many times as you want, probably nothing will happen to it. If there is one thing Nokia is famous for in India and around the world, it's mainly for its feature phones and not the premium end phones. Thank you.